Tonight I head inside this abandoned workhouse and hospital built in 1837 in search for the paranormal. Workhouses were erected in the early 1800s to help the poorest in society, but in reality the people that worked here were treated terribly. They slept in disgusting conditions, fed the most basic of diets, and worked from morning till night with no breaks. Full families would live and die in these workhouses. Some would even be put to work as young as 5 years old, and some would work here well into their 80s. When inmates would die under these terrible conditions, they would be buried on site in unmarked graves. Rumours of paranormal activity is rife in the local area. Everything from cries from former inmates, figures seen stood in the windows and doorways, and nurses from when the building was used as a hospital report seeing Victorian children running in the corridors, and even an old lady has been seen and heard singing throughout the old corridors, which would terrify the staff to the point of refusing to work here again. Join me as I spend the night alone inside this abandoned workhouse and try to find paranormal activity of my own. Okay explorers, so we are in the old workhouse now, the old hospital built in 1834. This place is major vibes. It's absolutely huge. I feel like I'm an absolute idiot coming here on my own, but here we are. Gonna walk around with the K2 with the spirit talker, see if we can get any answers, any names as we're walking around. If we get any activity, we're gonna focus on those areas, those rooms. Okay guys, so we've got the K2 going. We have the spirit talker going. We do have a list of names. Good. Oh good, there you go. We do have a list of names of people that worked here.
I like to play games.
I like to play games. Okay, so if there's anyone in this place now that would like to communicate with me, like to speak to me, out the corner of my eye, it's just felt like somebody's just walked under there, right under my arm. Actually made me jump. If there's anyone that would like to communicate with me, can you do so by coming towards this light in my hand? It'll light up. It won't do any harm whatsoever. My name's Adam. These are just indicators to show that you're here with me. I have a device on me as well that will pick up any words you want to tell me. Could you do that for me? As I said, these corridors just shoot off everywhere. I just want to check what that spirit talker said.
People keep running.
Oh my god. So, good husband. I like to play games. There were children here. I am deaf. People keep running. Hate. These are quite negative.
I'm only 7.
I'm only 7. That is quite a lot of answers coming through all at once. Civil. So we're going to keep it moving guys. This is a big hospital. Look at these corridors, man. So if there's anyone that would like... Push. If there's anyone that would like to communicate, you can do so now. Come towards me, come towards this light in my hand. Just heard something. So are you telling me there's children in this place? Would they like to change the colours on this device in my hand, this black device? They'll go from green to yellow. Can you do that for me? Sun. Okay, sun. Is there any messages you'd like to pass up? Okay, what was that? In this doorway? Look at that guys. Flickering away there, yellow. Can you turn that all the way to red for me? Is that possible? So in this hospital, Jesus Christ. Nightmare, yes, nightmare. Oh my God. Something moved down there. So when this place was a workhouse, I was reading that it housed full families. I did see a list of all the inmates, patients that stayed here. Some were as young as 5 years old. Some, I think the oldest was 82 years old as an inmate. Absolutely crazy. So I'll just ask one more time whilst I'm in this part of the hospital. Can you Thank you. Can you do that again for me? Can you change it all the way to red? Is that possible? Orange. You're doing really well. Can you do that one more time for me? Can you get that to go all the way to red? Wow. Okay, so we have made it to reception. Is there anyone down this part of the hospital that would like to speak to me, like to communicate in any way? This is your opportunity. Bit of vandalism in this room.
Drain camera.
Drain camera? I'd prefer it if you didn't. Drain camera, I've never heard that. If you'd like to use this device to show me you're here now, can you do so? Let me check these corridors out, guys. The rooms are pretty empty. But nonetheless, they are quite freaky. Clinics, reception, we've just been to reception. I've just had a really cold breeze pass through me.
Joy.
Joy? What's this? Wards? Oh my days. Oh my God, look at this room, guys. Okay, so we're now at the wards. So this would have been like the old rooms back in the workhouse days. Is there anyone that would like to communicate with me now? Is there any children here still? Yes. Wow. Have you been here a long time? Are you aware that you've passed away?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry? You've got absolutely nothing to apologise for. Just did taps.
Tranquility.
Tranquility. Oh my God, the floor. Wow. This place just goes on forever. Can you tell me how many people are still here? Whoa, 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 whoa. So this just went off and I've just heard footsteps coming from this room. Hello? Is there anyone here? Yes, look at that. All the way to red. Were you an inmate here? Yes, yes. There's something touching my arm right now. Something touching my arm. The hairs on my arm have gone right up. It felt like cobwebs, but creeping up my arm. Goosebumps, the hairs are all sticking up. On my ear. Oh.
Eliminate.
Eliminate. Don't eliminate me. I don't mean any harm being here. Honest to God, it felt like someone running their fingers up my arm. No way, that is the scariest thing that I've ever felt. Looks like they've gone this. No.
I'm really here.
I'm really here. I was just about to say, looks like they've gone. Can you tell me if you're a child? Are you one of the children that lived here? Jesus Christ, man. Okay.
No, I won't.
No, I won't. Okay, so we're back in this corridor. I've avoided walking back over the dodgy floors, which is good. This is ticking away nicely. Just flickering every now and again. Not sure what that bump was then. There's an old kitchen, looks like. Wow. Dumb waiter. I've seen enough films to know not to open that. Are any of the staff still here? Matrons? Maybe the warden? Are they still around? Wow. Just gotta be so careful while I'm walking with this floor as well. Oh, bathroom, look. Crazy. Hello. Can you do that again for me?
Go.
That's it, go then. Okay, I've just heard something fall. Oh my God. Guys, I'm actually terrified, I'm sweating.
Lies.
Lies? What's lies? Can you tell me more? Let me just see.
I'm not talking.
Okay, we'll just check this out and then we'll go upstairs. Hello? Are you still with me? Oh wow. Whoa, this is going crazy.
Murdered.
Murdered, oh my God. And we have literally just walked into the chapel. Literally just walked into the chapel. And the spirit talker says murdered. Were you murdered here? Come touch this device in my hand. If you were killed, if something was done to you, I'd really like you to tell me. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this down.
Them.
Okay. I like talking, lies, doubt. No, I won't. Okay, so then we got murdered and them. I'm glad you like talking. I suppose it's been a really long time since somebody's been and tried to speak to you. Is that right?
How can we help?
How can we help? I'd just like you to communicate with me, really. Hazel, just before that. Just before that. You don't need to do anything special for me. I'm just here to communicate.
Alice.
Alice. Okay, Alice. So this will log the
Bodies
names.
below.
Bodies below. Oh my God. So in these old workhouses.
Stephen.
Wow, Stephen. In the old workhouses, they didn't really care for the people that were here. So a lot of people got buried in unmarked graves. Why do I feel something behind me? So bodies below makes sense. Where am I? I'm back in the kitchen. This place, man, is freaking me out. It is such a maze. Right, we need to head upstairs. Wow. Okay guys, so we are set up in the old children's ward right now. I have set the whole room up. We have the music box covering that doorway. We have the REM pod covering this doorway, a cat ball on each windowsill and these shelves, K2 on the radiator there, and we have the Ovulus 5. We're going to ask questions and see if we can get any results, hopefully relevant to this place and the people that stayed here. Okay, so as I said downstairs, my name's Adam. I don't mean any harm whatsoever. I am just here to communicate with any people that may still reside here. The device in my hand, you will be able to speak to it, and you will also be able to manipulate any of the devices around the room. So if there is anybody here, can you speak to me now?
Forever.
Forever. Okay. What's forever? Blind? That's strange. Forever blind. So there would have been sick, elderly, infirm people in this workhouse. Have you been here for a very long time then? Have you been here for... Feeling. Can you tell me how many people are in this place? Is that possible? How many people are in this place with me now?
Sit. Nail.
Can you tell me any names of the people that were here? Is that possible?
Form.
So like I said downstairs, I do have a list. I am hoping later on that I can hopefully get some names that, as I said, are relevant.
Chest. Cause.
Did you have problems with your chest? Is that what caused you to pass away?
Basement.
Okay, basement, and we also got bodies below. Are any of the inmates still here? Maybe somebody that was imprisoned here, made to work? Is there anyone like that still here? Maybe a nurse? I am absolutely sweating, guys. And this place is so dark. Can you make any knocks or bangs around the building for me? Like so? Is that possible? Okay. Okay, thank you for doing that for me.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice. Wow. As I said, there's equipment.
Syllables. Fine.
Find. Do I need to find you? Why don't you...
Preacher. Raised.
Preacher raised.
Mad.
Mad. I don't mean to make anybody mad or angry. I am just here to communicate with you. I am just here to see if you want to communicate with me as well. So it said preacher.
Writing. Guy.
Writing guy. I think I just heard walking from down here.
David. Hurt.
David
Went.
hurt, went. If the person I was speaking...
Unholy.
Unholy, Jesus. If the person I was speaking to earlier wants to come into this room, you can do. You are welcome to come towards me.
Ceiling.
Ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay, so another tap from down there. So I am hearing things from around the building, but it is an old building. It'd be good if I could get them on command. Okay, so I can hear something around this room. Can you do something clear and obvious for me? Maybe bang on the ceiling. You mentioned ceiling. Bang on the walls. Footsteps. Anything along those lines. That was loud. Can you do that again for me if that's... Oh my god, I don't even know. Can you make that noise again for me, please? Can you come into this room with me?
Great.
Hopefully the camera's picking that up. Right, so you like to tap when I ask. Can you set one of these devices off? Is that possible? Let me show you. Hello? Okay, so if you just come up to this device for me, if you can just do that, really appreciate it. Okay, so arrived, sub. God. If you walk in front of this device, let's step out the way. Jesus. Smack my head off that. Can you come towards me now? Reach out, put your hand on this light, this green light. Come and touch this device in my hand now. You did it downstairs. Come into this room, touch this device again. Can you do that? Wow. Right, I can hear you knocking. That's absolutely amazing. Can you come into this room now? Can you do that for me? This hasn't said a word since I put it back down. You said earlier that you like to talk. Come talk to this device then that I'm holding. Give me a name. Maybe how long you've been here. Is that possible? Tell me why you're here. I understand nobody's been here before to try and communicate with you. Have you got anything you'd like to say? Do you have a message you'd like to pass on? Maybe something to tell me? Maybe you'd like me to leave? You can tell me anything you want. Can you tell me how many people are here?
Bed alone.
Bed alone. How many people are here? Bed alone. Maybe turn that one off. I might just have a few minutes shouting out. Okay, so if you want to talk to me now, you're going to have to do it through the devices around the room, through knocks, through bangs. Like that. Can you do that for me now? Can you do that for me now? That was an actual voice from behind me. Came from this way. Man, could be literally anywhere. There's even another floor upstairs. I don't want to go too far though, as all the equipment's set up in there. It sent my head west. Okay. So before we move on to anything else, I would really appreciate if you could set one of these devices off. Or would you like me to move back downstairs? Seem to have got a bit more activity down there. Is there anyone downstairs that would like to communicate? Right guys, I do feel we are getting a lot of knocks and bangs. Nothing on the equipment whatsoever. So strange. But I'm going to get an EVP. Maybe we'll pick something up. Whew, this place is freaking me the hell out. Okay, so we are back in the wards with the curtains, the room with the curtains. We did get some activity on the K2, so I just want to come in here, do a little EVP session, see if we can get anything. Hopefully we do. So this, I'm going to speak into it. It's really sensitive. It should pick up any noises around me. Hopefully voices, knocks, anything like that. Might as well get straight into it, guys. So, whoever set the K2 off earlier, I believe it was a child, are you here with me now? Can you tell me how many people are here with us? Can you tell me how old you are? Can you tell me your name? Okay, give that a little listen. So, whoever set the K2 off earlier, I believe it was a child, are you here with me now? Can you tell me how many people are here with us? Can you tell me how old you are? Can you tell me your name? Okay, so a few bits of movement there. Some tapping like we got upstairs. I'm not 100% though, that could just be anything. But we'll try again. So I got the word murdered earlier on whilst I was in the chapel. Can you tell me who was murdered? I've just seen a light coming from by my other camera. Can you tell me what that is? Can you tell me if somebody's in this room with me now? Can you tell me if you were an inmate or if you worked here? Okay, so I asked that second question because as I looked over there was kind of a reflection of a light, but there shouldn't be. The windows are broke. So I got the word murdered earlier on whilst I was in the chapel. Can you tell me who was murdered? I've just seen a light coming from by my other camera. Can you tell me what that is? Can you tell me if somebody's in this room with me now? Can you tell me if you were an inmate or if you worked here? So if there's anyone in this house that would like to communicate with... Okay, so I felt like I heard something then when I asked if they were an inmate or if they worked here, so I'm just going to ask one more time, see if we can get anything clearer. Can you tell me if you were an inmate or if you worked here? Can you tell me who was murdered? And can you tell me if anyone's buried on this land, on these grounds? Let me just try that because I feel like I heard something. Can you tell me if you were an inmate
Boris, you worked here. Can you tell me who was murdered? And can you tell me if anyone's buried on this land, on these grounds? So if there's anyone in this house...
Okay, Explorer, so I feel like I heard a couple of bits there, but I am going to go home and I am going to check that again whilst editing. Maybe I can use it with the headphones, but definitely picking up something on there, 100%. I am going to get a spirit box out now, and see if we can get any free talking answers. Hopefully we do get something now. Okay, Explorer, so we're just going to use the PSP11, we're going to use the spirit box, see if we can get any answers through. Hopefully we get some voices. Okay, so when I was in this room earlier, you said the word murdered. Can you tell me who was murdered? He's watching. Who's watching? Can you tell me who's watching? Is the person that was murdered, are they watching? Can you... Nah, what's that? Twice the shadow. Is that you that I can see in that corridor? Can you tell me your name? You said buried beneath. Is your body buried beneath this this hospital? Were you an inmate here? Were you a prisoner? Come on. It won't hurt you at all. Come and speak to me. Are any of the spirits that are still here, are they children? So like there's one. We are definitely getting voices through. I'd like to know who was murdered here. Is the person that was killed still here? Are they trapped here still? Evil. Who's evil? Is there a warden still here? Can you tell me your name? Okay, so we've got evil, definitely heard it. When I first asked about someone being murdered, a woman's voice came through. I'm not 100% what it said, but I'm trying to communicate with her still, see if we can get any more answers. I'd like the woman to come and speak to me right now. Can she tell me her name? Is that the person who I heard knocking before? Were you trying to tell me something? Do you need help? Is there any way I can help you? Is it the lady that was murdered here? I'd like somebody to come and speak to me, clear and obvious. I know it may be difficult, but if you'd like me to help you in any way, I need to be able to hear what you're saying. Can you do that? That was a woman's voice. Come on. I'd like to help you somehow. Tell me how. Come on. Tell me who was murdered here. Nah, fuck off. I can just see a shadow walking around. Two or three times I've seen a shadow pass in that corridor, and that time it walked straight across. Is that you I can see? Are you trying to come into this room, this chapel? Is there something stopping you coming in here? Let me try something. Is there anybody out here? Okay guys, seems to have gone quiet on the old spirit talker, spirit box. But I do believe that we got some clear answers coming through there. I will have to go back and check that out, but that is insane. That's probably one of the best, clearest responses I've had through the PSB11. Definitely feel like this could come in handy in the future. Okay.